there. So it's going to create it, and there we are. So there is it's going to be the 3D photo when I post the article, and then I post it on Facebook. You will see this image, which will be the 3D photo moving around, and I think it turned out pretty well for what I had there. So. And of course, if you go over to geekazine.com, you'll actually see the flat image. They won't have the in-depth movement to it. But you get the idea. You can have a lot of fun with this in many different ways. So let me know what you guys do to create some really awesome content by simply going over to Geekazine. You can find me over at geekazine.com. Think Magazine, put in a geek, you got me. Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all these. Geekazine is where you're going to find me. We're on Twitch, we're on YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification so you know when the next video comes out. And hey, you can also join the Patreon movement. You can also tip me. There's a lot of great ways. It'll show you in the show notes there. Thanks a lot for watching. Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine. Until next time, you guys geek out and create more cool Facebook 3D photos. So take care. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine. Today we're going to take a look at a very cool product from our friends over at IK Multimedia. It's the Irig Pro Duo Io. It's an amazing thing for some of you musicians, podcasters out there to do 2-channel recording on the fly. And we're going to talk about that next. Geek Tech Talk Live with Jeffrey Powers. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine. Think Magazine, put in a geek, and you got me. And here we are. We're here in Studio B. It's been fun trying to get this all put together. Socials are right here, by the way, if you have any questions. I wanted to get this out to you today so you can see what this is, the Irig Pro Duo. It's an amazing product from our friends over at IK Multimedia. Now, first of all, before we start, I do have to say IK Multimedia gave me product to show off. They have not paid any sponsorship fees or anything like that. All opinions are of Geekazine, and we do have the review policies over here that you can check out if you have any questions. Technical support, I'll try and help a little bit, but your technical support should be done by IK Multimedia. These guys are awesome. They'll respond to any problem they have. And of course, they have a ton of stuff for the musician, whether you're doing keyboards, or you're doing vocals, or you're doing guitar. I was introduced to them first of all when I started playing guitar, and they had this app called Amplitube, which allows you to create the perfect pedal board and set up from there. And of course, this works with Amplitube. You can get it for your PC, for your Mac, and just amazing. These interfaces, I've had many different versions of these interfaces, and it's just been amazing. So I'm really excited to unbox the Irig Pro Duo Io and get that going as we go from there. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at some of the specs on the Irig Pro Duo. First of all, it's a mobile 2-channel audio device. It also has MIDI interface, so if you want to connect up that way, you can do so. You can connect to any recorded device. It does have phantom power. It's 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. And it costs you only $199. And here it is right here. This is the Irig Pro Duo Io. It is, as you can see, it's got 2 channels in. We've got 2-channel audio and audio adjust as we go. So, and of course, you can start learning your French by saying Interface mobile audio MIDI et tu Kenya. I think that's how you say that. My French friends are probably going, what are you doing, you crazy, crazy person, you. So anyway, we're going to monitor the chat. If you have any questions, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. There's many different cables in here, and it's important to keep the instructions and keep the cables close by in the box. Let's open up the box here. And this is what I mean. The first thing is you'll get this thing from IK. This is more than an instruction manual. Do not toss this, because it will most likely, as others do, have serial numbers in there, inside here. And I'm not going to show you too much because if I got my serial numbers on here, your registered product information. Now, if you end up uninstalling this and reinstalling this, you want to have this product information close by. Plus, it's all QR coded, so you can just take a picture and download it. And then there's apps that you can download with this. So this it's something you've got to keep. Here we go. We've got the Irig Pro right here in the bag. We'll just kind of do that. And there it is right there. Let's take a look at it a little bit more. To start with, we've got two dual. They're XLR and 1/4 inch inputs. So if you've got an instrument or you got a microphone, you can plug it into either of those. On the side here, we've got 48 phantom power. We've got a volume control right there. And then we have a left and right out. So you can actually set up 2 monitors to this if you want to. So on the top here, we have a power source, which I think that's sold separately. We have what's technically a breakout cable, but there's going to be several different cables to that. And then we've got the MIDI in and out, and they look like 3.5 inch jacks, but the cables, you'll see them, it'll actually be a conversion cable to MIDI. On the side over here, we've got headphones, volume, and then a direct monitor, which you can turn on and off as you go from there. On the front face, we've got 2 dials to control the volume of each channel. And on the back is a area where you put in 2 AA batteries. In fact, the 2 AA batteries are right here. Let's go ahead and put those in right now. Now, the battery life, my understanding is the battery life is pretty good on these. And of course, the DC power option, positive shield, negative tip, they definitely sell those as they go. So, all right, let's move on. Let's see what else is in this case right here. We got the plastic insert. We got a little box here. We'll just set that here and set that over here. We'll set the important stuff in here. And then we'll open this up. This is where all the cables are. All right, these are the MIDI cables I'm talking about. They look like headphone cables on the first side, but the other side, they have the large MIDI breakout connector. So you basically plug these in, and then of course you plug in your MIDI cables to a keyboard or another device that has MIDI input-output. In individual plastic, the first breakout cable is a lightning cable. Second breakout cable is a USB-C cable. And this, they've had previous versions that had older versions of USB cables, so you could probably even get a 30-pin, but I don't know if you have the old 30-pin iPad. I'm not sure if it'll work or not. You can definitely try it out and see if your older iPads will work for that. This is just a regular USB. This will connect, you can then connect this to a Mac or a PC. These are all the cables right here. Basically, we're not going to be hooking up anything MIDI. What we're going to do is we're going to hook up a guitar and a microphone. And I've got the guitar and microphone over there, and we're going to use the USB breakout cable. So hopefully I'll be hooking it right up into my system here, and then you'll see. We'll move the tables and I'll play one of my original songs. Down here in the breakout cable, you have, it's basically, it looks like an old mouse or a keyboard connector like you have on the back of some computer PCs. So you just have to align it. There you go, simple as that, and then we can hook that up to the PC. On the bottom, like I said, we have the XLR and the 1/4 inch jack input. So we will put the vocals in one. We're plugging in the 1/4 inch jack, and this will go into the guitar. I'm also going to be using the Shure Beta 56A. There's phantom power to this. So if you have a more powerful microphone or a microphone that does use phantom power, you can hook that up. But we're just using a regular dynamic mic in this situation. Now, and of course I showed you the IK Multimedia Irig on its own, but you know, there is a bundle there with microphone if you want to start doing some podcasting. Of course, in this day and age, we're all just trying to figure it all out. I'm gonna move this table, I'm gonna hook this up into the computer, and hopefully we'll get some sound. Hopefully we won't crash the system while we're doing this, and I'll play you a song. Well, it's 4 o'clock, the day's done. It's time to have some beer. Wait for my buddies to get done. Well, look at that, coming over here. We take the same old corner so we can check out all the girls. Dance it to the jukebox and come on up and ask for a whirl. Then we lay our glasses down and sing. Thank God for happy hour, where we buy drinks all the time. Treat your friends to a couple of brews and head home before the night. Enjoy a story, a song or two before you have to fly. Thank God for the happy hour. If I didn't have that, I think I'd die. Or maybe I'll just play in the background. I can't wait to get this on my iPad to try it out with their software. I can throw it in there, use GarageBand and do some recording, 2-channel. And then I could actually send the gear over to my friend's house, and he could record a bass line and do some harmonies. And then send it out to somebody else who could do the drums, or maybe I'll come back and do the drums. I don't know. And then maybe we'll get guitars in there and keyboards and all that other good stuff. Have people from all around the world create tracks for your songs. That's pretty cool. So anyway, that is the Irig Pro Duo Io. It's a nice little product. I'm having fun with it already. I can't wait to get into a recording situation and do a couple songs, and of course do some live streams on there. I can plug it into the iPhone cable and hook it up. I don't need to use my system here. I can just do a straight up guitar and singing and just have some fun. And that's this episode of Geek Tech Talk Live. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. We got a lot more stuff. You got me in the socials. Think Magazine, Put in a Geek. And what do you use to do your recording, do your practicing with? Let me know and tweet me over there. We'll talk and go from there. Until next time, you guys geek out. We'll see ya, and let's have some fun playing guitar. We have so many others, so we'll just leave it at that. But I want to get to this Telestrator software now, because this is awesome. And I've been playing with this for a little while, and it's great because I have the ability now to draw on the screen and see what's on the screen. And it's a company that is called Panimation. And the software itself is not that expensive, where you can create your drawings. You can actually do more than that. You can actually build together different features. Like, for instance, okay, let's say you've pre-recorded some content and you wanted to have a little Telestrator to it. So I could be talking like this, and then all of a sudden a little box draws. Let's say I'm talking about somebody's enterprise IT infrastructure. And then I say, well, it all starts with a server. And then all of a sudden a box draws up here that has a little server, or a picture of a server for that matter. And then lines drawing to that go to the different boxes that go to the computers. And then it draws all up on the screen. And I don't even have a pen in my hand. I'm just doing this. So you can actually record stuff on here and then telestrate it later, and then break it down, and then bring it into your video as a pre-recorded video. So that's an option there. But you can use it as a telestrator. The whole John man, well, you get this person right here, and he's going this way, and that guy's going that way, and we're all going all these ways, and there's a plane behind me. Ho! So that's the type of telestrator that I want to talk about, because this is a great, if you're doing a lot of live stuff, even pre-recorded stuff, this can help you in many different ways. So let's talk about how we can integrate it into Wirecast. It's actually not that difficult. There's 2 ways you can do it, and I'll show you one of the 2 ways. So first of all, this is the Panimation software. The website's called MNDI. So just do Panimation Telestrator and it'll call up there. So you can do a lot with this software. There's 2 versions of the software. Everybody's gone. We can get rid of that. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine, and playing around and having some fun and checking things out because I had to redo my my network a little bit today. Had some internet problems, but hopefully we've got that all figured out. Internet problem. All right, that looks interesting. Let's go here and take a look at this. All right. I'll turn that down a little bit. So basically what I'm doing is I'm looking at my sync. I just connected back up to an old card, video card. And the reason why I stopped was because of the fact that I didn't like the sync. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably give this about 10-15 minutes here, and then see what the sync is like as we go, because and I'm gonna mostly see it, not as much on your end, but on my end. So and hopefully the other thing is I've moved the network around a little bit, so I'm actually hopping routers to get this signal out to you guys, and it's kind of new, kind of different idea. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I see a little bit of framing on this, because I am going through technically Wi-Fi for this video signal to get to you. But it's looking pretty good. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers while Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. I have a lot of stutter when I'm doing this, and that's probably because of the hopping of networks and the Wi-Fi. I don't really need to hop the Wi-Fi. I just have to put the machine back onto the original IP and do it that way. So I am going to be back, and we will definitely check that out.